Hi, I'm Jenny.
Michelle. I'm Yadira, and today we're going to present the compound Tetrodotoxin, and it's the poison in pufferfish.
We decided to go with pufferfish because we didn't really expect such a harmful and beneficial chemical to come from fish. I'm not going to get too into depth about that because my other partner will talk about that later. But we chose it because it just fascinated us, especially the fact that pufferfish, we didn't expect it for it to be so lethal and so dangerous if it's used in a certain manner, but very helpful and amazing in another. So it just really caught our attention because although it could be majorly confused as to be harmful for life, we thought it was a little mix of both. Tetrodotoxin is a poisonous chemical that comes after the indigestion of various species of pufferfish. 1 milligram of tetrodotoxin can be enough to kill a human, and tetrodotoxin can be very lethal and even cause general paralysis. Tetrodotoxin is 10 to 100 times as lethal as the black widow spider and its venom. The first record of tetrodotoxin and what it does comes from the logs of Captain James Cook in 1744, in which he fed his crew pufferfish, in which they then fed to the pigs. And then the next morning, they ended up finding the pigs dead, while his crew was suffering from various respiratory difficulties, and they woke up very, very ill.
The compound tetrodotoxin can be found in the ovaries and liver of organisms such as pufferfish. It can harm people when consumed because it interferes with the neuromuscular conduction and can lead to paralysis. It includes chemical properties such as having an extremely high melting point of 702.6 degrees Celsius, a density of 2.78 grams per centimeters cubed, and decomposes when heated and emits toxic fumes of nitrogen oxide. The pKa is 8.76, and it is soluble in dilute acetic acid. It has a molecular weight of 319.27 grams per mole and is odorless as well. Here shows the reaction between tetrodotoxin and nerve fibers and axons. As defined by Google, axons are the thread-like part of a nerve cell along which impulses are conducted from the cell body to other cells. Normal axon cells contain high concentrations of K+ ions and low concentrations of Na+ ions. As previously mentioned, tetrodotoxin acts by interfering with neuromuscular conduction and does so by blocking the Na+ channel axons. Tetrodotoxin, as shown in the picture, is much larger than a sodium ion, and therefore prevents the flow of sodium. The compound then enters the sodium channel and bonds with it. Because sodium is meant to flow throughout the channel and not block it, tetrodotoxin therefore prevents action potential, which is associated with the passage of an impulse along the nerve muscle. By preventing this action potential, tetrodotoxin interferes with the nerve impulses and can therefore lead to respiratory paralysis and possibly death. In humans, a fatal dosage of tetrodotoxin can be 1 to 4 milligrams.
Here's an image of the compound tetrodotoxin. There's hydrogen bonding and yeah. So tetrodotoxin is found in pufferfish, so it's naturally produced and we can't get rid of it without killing all the pufferfish off. The cons of having this compound are that it causes respiratory arrest and that could lead to death. Paralysis is also developed when it is consumed, and if it's consumed in high quantities, it can be fatal. But the pros of it are that it's used in treatments with patients that have opioid dependencies, and it's also a treatment for chronic pains and in cancer patients, and it's a delicacy in many countries.